Okay, so we started making our bad guy class. Mm, we've already set up all of our variables and our constructor. So the next thing we've got to do is put in an update method. Update graph. No, you don't update the graphics. Update DT. Just like in our Space Invaders class. We also need a draw method. Alright, the draw method's easier, so let's do that one first. G.setColor color.red. I'm gonna make them red. Let's see. I think I should also do color dot. Oh yeah, draw rect. No, not draw rect. Fill rect. Where's it gonna be? Int x minus width and int y minus height divided by 2 divided by 2 and width and height. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Continue evaluation. Compile. So far, no errors. So, what are we going to be doing when we update? That's a good question. I think... we're just going to keep moving right and dropping down. So, x plus equals dx, y plus equals dy. Simple enough. But dy is a speed. And so we've got to multiply it by dt. So it's dx. Because a speed times a distance is... a speed times a time is a distance. Let's see. What else do we need to do? If it's too far right, if x is greater than max x, or if x is less than 0, bounce. We'll have to make a new method. Public Okay, so what I've done here is I created a double variable called speed increase, and we're going to use it to change the speed of dx and dy. Okay, so when we bounce, we're going to change dx and dy. And this is tricky. How are we going to do this? We don't just want to bounce one, we want to bounce all of them. Or do we? Yeah, we want to bounce all of them. How do we do that? I guess we'll just bounce them one at a time. Okay, so what it does is when it hits one of the walls, it'll take dx, the speed, and multiply it by speed increase, which is pretty close to -1, but a little bit bigger. I mean, a little bit smaller. So minus speed increase, so it'll make dx either negative if it's positive, or positive if it's negative. So it'll switch directions. And for dy, it just increases. It's pretty simple. Let's see, what else should we do? I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Let's put it into our Space Invaders class. So, private vector. I like to use vectors because they're expandable, unlike arrays, and they are thread safe, unlike array lists. So vector player, not player, bad guys. Okay, so let's set up bad guys. Bad guys equals new vector. Bad guy. How many bad guys do we want to add? I think I'll do 5. Just to begin with. On each row. Equals 0. And I think I'll do 4 rows. Let's see. I will do this. Bad guy, new BG equals new bad guy. Okay, the constructor takes x, y, max x, and left. I'm just going to copy this apart from a player. No, that's going to be different. So it's x is going to be width times, I'll make it I plus 5, 2 times I plus 2. And that's the x and the y. We also want a max x and a left. Max x is still going to be get width, and a left is going to be false because I want them to be going right. Okay. Now I'll just do bad guys dot add new BG. Okay. So that gives us a vector of bad guys. But what we also want to do is oh, we gotta paint them. So for and I equals 0, I is less than bad guys dot size I plus plus. And that just says get the bad guy at index I in the list bad guys and draw it onto G. And now in our update method, we want to also do, I'll copy this for loop. Actually, we don't even need brackets. Copy this for loop, and there we go. And instead of draw, it's update. And instead of G, it's DT. So save that, compile. We need to import vector. That's import java.util.star. Successful compile. Oh, and there we go. Oh, well, that's just odd. Well, they're bouncing. Let's see. Maybe I made the bad guys too big. I'm gonna make them not 25. Let's only make them 8 by 8. And for their initial X speed, that was pretty good. But for the initial Y, I want it to be 1. Oh, and this needs to be changed. That's why they were all in a diagonal rather than, drawn separately. Okay. Well, oh yeah, here, wrong one. Alright, that's a little bit too small. I think maybe 10? Maybe. Why are they changing positions like that? That's weird. Those two are getting really close. Alright. So, let's make them 15 by 15. We'll compile. You can feel free to make them whatever size you want. And let's just play this Space Invaders. Run. No. Alright, that's better. That's pretty neat. Okay. What do we want to do now? Well, first let's see how much time we have left. Oh, we're way over. I need to stop.